Okay. All right, guys. Good night. Good night. How are you? Thank you. I know it's late for some of you guys, out there in the East Coast, but you thought it would be a little bit easier for you guys doing it this late. So, thanks for logging in. I'm excited. The first thing I want to do is to introduce or have you guys introduce yourselves if you're new. So, Marcia, please introduce yourself to some of us that are on tonight, please.
Okay, I'm Marcia Hovius. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. My girlfriend, Kathy Robertson, introduced me to the patch. I just joined and I'm still waiting for my patches. How long does it take? Because I'm ready
Did
to wear
you
them and give them
Did
away.
you do FedEx or did you do regular mail?
I just ordered it on on the cart. I mean, on the
Right, but it gives at the very end, if you didn't change, it should have said FedEx. So if it's FedEx, it's usually 2 days. So within 2 days, you should have it.
well, I didn't do that, so I guess I'm waiting it out
Okay, yeah.
for.
Unfortunately, with the regular mail, sometimes it takes five. I mean, it depends. Originally, I used to get it in regular mail, and sometimes I would get it in 2 or 3 days, and sometimes it would take 5 days or so.
Well,
You
it's been,
can
yeah, it's
log in to your account and
okay.
go under orders, and it should have a tracking number, and it should give you an about of maybe when it's going to come. Okay.
Thank you.
So if you
So
log
new, I don't
into
know it.
your, yeah, if you log into your back office .lifewave.com and then you log in with your username and your password, you should go under your orders and you should be able to click on tracking information and hopefully you should have something on there. Okay.
Also, I don't know if it prompted you with this when you checked out, but I have one other person who did it that way, and it said that you would have to be there to sign for the product.
For some
So,
reason, it says that, but to be honest with you, I ordered it that way and I've never had to sign for anything. So
okay,
I don't know. I mean,
I think
it's
it was
always
over a certain dollar amount or something. I think
over
the one Tammy might
250.
have been
over
talking about.
250, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you buy any of the kits that's all over 250, essentially it says if you use UPS, they'll make you sign for it. But I don't think I've ever signed for it. And originally I used to do UPS. I now do all FedEx because I feel like it gets here much quicker and safer. And so I always pay the extra. I think it's like $4 or so to do it because I think it's worth it. But that's just me. All right. Well, welcome, welcome. We also have who else? Who do we have on the phone? I think, right, Dana?
Yeah, Caroline's logged in now.
Okay, good, good, good. Well, welcome, Caroline. I hope you can hear us. We just wanted to introduce all the new people. I don't know if you can talk. Can you unmute yourself? I don't even know how you do this on the phone. I don't think I've ever called in. I think I've only done it kind of on the computer, but okay, all right. I'm sure you can hear us. So thank you so much. Dana, you can introduce her.
Yeah, so Caroline's my daughter, and she has been using the patch for a couple of weeks and has seen some really good results. So she just texted me and said, I was talking, but we couldn't hear her. But yeah, so we signed her up yesterday because some people at her office were seeing my videos and were really interested. And I told her, I said, why don't you just sell it? And then I mean, you're using it, the product works. And so she signed up. So hopefully she'll have, when everybody gets paid on Friday, maybe everybody will buy from her.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wanted to come on first, say hi to the new people, and then also see if you guys have any other sort of testimonies, anything specific that's happened to you or one of your clients or one of your family members. Anybody want to share anything real quick before we go on to the more boring stuff? I'm just kidding.
Um,
I have something. Sorry, Dana. My
I'm gonna-
mom's friend, he is 83. And I really wanted the patches really to work for my husband, this guy Dale, and then my father-in-law. And so of course it worked for my husband immediately. Dale has been on the patches for a little over a week, and within a week's time, he noticed he's going to the bathroom a lot. I said it's because he's drinking more water, but I'm not sure. He says, well, that's good. My kidneys are functioning right. But in the text he sent me, he didn't say all this, but on the phone, he said, that he has really bad knees. It's not helping his knees yet, but it is helping his ankles. He can't move his ankles good. And so he's able to like turn his right ankle completely now, like a circle twice without it hurting. And then he has neuropathy in his feet. And so he said the other day he was able to feel his toes some and the bottom of his feet some while he was driving. So that was huge. Wow.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of neuropathy testimonies and people, you know, and the other day, I don't even know what days it is anymore. I think it was yesterday. I feel like all my days are crazy. It's been so crazy, especially since school started. They were talking about one of the testimonies on, yes, Dana, that I saw the second play on the Zoom of someone that had, you know, severe nerve injury. And so it has to do with the same thing as neuropathy, because essentially this is really regenerating. Now, it was like after a year. Okay. So like, I also want, you know, not to think people that, oh, you know, you have horrible nerve damage and in 2 weeks you're going to be cured. It takes a while, you know, little by little for the body to do. But this guy apparently could not walk barely at all. He used to be a pilot, and within a year, he's now like getting ready back to being a pilot again. Like he is back to his normal self, which is insane. I mean, as a physician, it's crazy, because you are right. I mean, as a doctor, sometimes there are certain points where you just tell people you're gonna have to live with it. Like that's just, I mean, we can only do so much, and we can do palliative care. And the fact that this is giving those results, it's just mind blowing. It's still mind blowing for me. I mean, it is, as as someone who looks at the science and understands it every day, I get, you know, it's just mind blowing of what it's doing. So, were you going to say something to Jessica? No. Okay. Anyone else of some sort of wonders that's happened this week?
Well, I did have one customer that told me that her inflammation in her knees was considerably better, and a lot more energy. So that was good, because she was a little apprehensive about using it at first. And then Caroline's a really good story. She's 6 feet tall. So every place she's ever worked, you know, the desk and the counters are for people that are like my height. So she's always had a lot of trouble with her neck and shoulders. And she said that pain is just so much better at the end of the day. So
Good. All right. So I wanted to start with that. And then the other thing that I wanted to start with and sort of reiterate every single meeting that we have is how simple this business is. Meaning, we need you to get to manager. Okay. Some of you guys that are new, you'd be like, what the heck? You know, what does that mean? Getting to manager means that you need to find 4 friends, you know, or 4 people that will buy from you, that will buy either a silver kit or higher. Okay. And we're going to go over the kits in a second, because there's also a few changes that are happening in October. But a silver kit or higher that stays active. What a stay active means that they have a recurrent monthly order. Now, in my world, when I talk to people, and I know that I have talked to a couple of you guys as far as what I say, I always offer people, you have 2 ways of buying this product. You can either be a preferred customer, and I do say it. There's a lot of people out there in the This Is It team who don't even bring up preferred customer as an option. Okay, some of you guys know me, I'm a very straightforward person, and I feel like you know, have to say it all, because I hate for someone to come back to me like, well, you didn't tell me about this. So you have 2 ways of buying this. You can buy it as a preferred customer, where you can get it for $99, plus tax, plus everything is going to end up being about $120 for 1 month supply of X39. But you will have to have a recurrent order as a preferred customer. Like, there's no way around it. You can always, you know, delay it. You can always cancel it if you want, but you will have to set one up. A lot of people nowadays don't want to have a recurrent order, especially when they're first trying something that's, you know, so out of this world that they're not sure whether they really believe it or not. So then you say the other option is you can come in as a distributor, which does not mean you have to sell anything, but we can just get you a distributor package so you can get a better deal. And most people that are not interested in the business come in as a silver. And I said, when you buy as a distributor, you can get a better deal for your products and you do not have to have a monthly subscription. Okay. And a lot of people really love that and be like, great, sign me up. They're like, there's no commitment, there's no monthly subscription, there's no monthly fee, there's nothing. You will have this account open. If you ever decide to open your mouth and talk to somebody about it, you can start making commissions. If you never want to share the product, this account will just stay open, and you can just keep buying products. Now, there's a caveat. They just came out with something that starting, I think it's in September, or I'm not sure when, if somebody is not active, they are going to charge, I think it's $20 or $25, I don't even remember, per year. So after you've had your account for an entire year, then they are going to send an email and say, hey, you now have to pay. And I don't even remember how much it is, but it's either $20 or $25. It's no more than that. After you've had your account open for a year. I mean, that's pennies really after you use it up and have really good deals as a distributor. So with that said, 9 times out of 10, I think I have about 65 people as distributors and I have 3 preferred customers. Just because most of my people, doesn't mean your people, you can do it the way, that you want, but most of my people will opt to, yes, it makes sense, I will buy a package. So what happens, that person comes in as a silver and they're not active. So for that month they are, because they purchased something, right? But next month, if they don't buy something, then they become not active because they didn't buy anything. And so what I do is that within, a couple of weeks, I always follow up with people and say, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? You have any questions? Don't forget to drink your water. And then, definitely after a month or so, 9 times out of 10, people are like telling me how much they're loving the patches. Then I bring up the subscription and I say, hey, you know what? You don't want to run out of your patches. And so if you want, we can set up a subscription for you. Your patches are probably going to be done in the next 3 weeks. We can set up so it's about a week before you're going to run out of them. And that way it'll just be automatic. You don't even have to think about it. And again, I would say 80% or more of the people, they're like, absolutely, yes, let's do that. Now, if you're going to go into their account, okay, and for those of you that did, this business with a different company, you will have to set up the automatic shipment. You're going to have the security code of the credit card. If you haven't figured that out yet, because I didn't, and I went in and I'm like, great, I can set it up for you. And then I was like, oh, shoot, I can't. It's asking me for the security code. Once it's set up, it would automatically go and it'll never ask that again specifically. But if you do an ad hoc order, like if you do an extra order, and I think it's a pain for us, but it's actually really good security wise, because not anyone can go in there, you know what I mean? Or a hacker or whatever. The credit card is saved, but then it says, use that credit card. It will ask you for the CVV. Okay. And so then I just text the person while I'm doing the recruiter and I said, hey, for security reasons, I need, the security code for your card that ends in 5432, because a lot of times people don't even remember what card they used. So I just let them know. And that way I've gotten eventually lots of silvers. Some of them, like you guys that are on, absolutely want to do the business, but there's a lot of people that have zero interest, but they just want to use the product. But they still stay on silver. So that helps me. It helps them to continue to get, a distributor account, but it also helps me to continue to keep silvers and to make sure that I don't fall off of being a manager. So what does it take to be a manager? You need 2 silvers on your right side and 2 silvers on your left side. So this business, I don't know why does it say, where did that come from? I didn't touch a thing. Did any of y'all do that?
Because you're a manager. Great
That is
job.
so weird. Oh my God, it just did it again.
Do your fingers up again.
Hello. I mean, I don't know. This is really weird. Make
Well,
it
at least you
happen.
did,
I
at
don't
least you
know.
didn't turn into a cat.
I don't know. Anyway, something's going on with Zoom because today I was doing a personal training with someone else and all of a sudden balloons came up. Like it was like happy birthday. And I'm like, I didn't do that. So I don't know. And that wasn't even, it was on my office computer. So I don't know what's going
Oh
on.
dear.
But anyway, so
Catherine, can I ask a quick question?
absolutely.
In regards to a customer or the silver or whatever, and I think I texted you this. Tell me what the 100% guarantee or the 30-day trial, how does that work? And what if they did silver and then go, I'm not really that excited about it?
Right.
What?
So for some
I
reason,
mean,
it is
that's
one
2
thing.
months.
Yeah, one thing that I don't like, and I don't even know why they do this, to be honest with you. I don't know a whole lot yet. I'm not so involved with corporate as I used to be with my previous company. If you buy this as a preferred customer, you have 90 days, 90 days guaranteed. If you buy this as a silver, as a distributor, you have 30 days. If this is one time that I might eat about it, I usually just tell everyone you have 30 days money back guarantee. So I tell everybody 30 days. I don't even bring up the 90 days unless they say, no, I don't want a silver. And then at that point, I'd be like, okay, well, try this. And then I tell them, if you don't like it, you have 90 days. But when I'm talking to people to the get-go, I tell everybody you have 30 days. And that means, let's say you buy a silver pack, right? And you have 3X39s and you open one and use it for 25 days. And on the 25th day, you're like, this is crap. I don't like it. You can call, you have to return the unused envelopes or the unused sleeves. And they will refund 100% of your money, even if you've already used, 25 patches, you know what I mean? But it is only 30 days. So I tell everybody 30 days money back guarantee. Okay. So
Thank
And
you.
you have to go through corporate to do that. There's not something on the line.
I don't think so. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you have to go through corporate. I have not seen anything online as far as
Yeah.
return.
Yeah,
Um,
you do have to call.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to call. Yeah.
Okay.
Now they've been really, the first couple of times I called, I was kind of like, oh my God, I waited forever. And I actually just hung up and they called me back. But recently, I don't know if have gotten more customer service people or not, but I've called a couple of times to ask about something and they've been really, really fast and they always know what they're talking about and they fix whatever it is you tell them. So,
Nice.
it is pretty good. So, okay, so manager, going back to that, I want everybody to remember, this is a business about you becoming manager and you creating managers. That's the only thing that you need to focus on. Everything else will fall into place after that, I promise. After that, it's all volume related. It's just so easy. Why are we laughing? It didn't do it again. Why are we laughing? It didn't do it. Okay. So we're
Sorry.
waiting. We're waiting
I,
for the
I
blow
tell
up.
Jennifer that her boobs look great because that's all I see. I can't see your face.
I love it. Love it. See? So there is a guy that I met in Orlando and he has a shirt and he made a team shirt that it says manager making machine. I mean, that's what it says. He's like, I am a manager making machine. But honestly, if you really just focus on that, like you becoming manager, make sure you stay there and then you teach the next person how to be manager and the next person and the next person. It will all duplicate so fast. You are going to be like, oh my, I can't handle it. Okay, trust me. I mean, and it's exploding like that in the Spanish world. We have about 10 new people every week, and I'm just trying to catch up with these people and what they're doing. So
Can you move them over to me?
yeah, so it will happen.
Get them
okay?
started.
Definitely will happen. So that's what I wanted to reiterate to you guys. Get to manager, get 4 people. Once the first 2, it really doesn't matter. After you have 2, talk to your sponsor, talk to me to make sure you put the other 2 on the other side, right? After that, it does become a little strategic and you can call me and let me know because you eventually want to have at least one person that's doing the business on each side because you are going to need, when you're going to be a director, you're going to need one manager on one side and one manager on one side. So if you have a bunch of people that are only using the product on the right side, you might have a lot of volume, but you need someone, at least one person doing the business on each side. Now, sometimes they'll surprise you because, as you know, sometimes you'll sign someone, you'll be like, yes, this person's amazing, they're going to do the business, and then wah, 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 they do nothing. So, you know, you have to kind of play around, but you want at least one person on each side doing the business. Okay.
Now, why do you say just one? Because it's two that you need,
You
right?
need 2 silvers, but that one, some of the silvers could just be customers. What I'm
Mhm.
saying is you need at least a person that wants to do the business, right?
Got it.
And so, you know, I mean, like I said, I can show you all. Last time I checked, I probably have directs that I signed like 65. But I can tell you that 65 are not doing the business. I mean, out
Sure.
of those 65, you know, probably direct to me 6, you know, maybe, you know, or a little bit are actually working the business. A lot of those people are just happy customers, you know, that I told them, and they don't even, some of them have a recurrent, some of them don't have a recurrent. But when I
Mhm.
look at how many have a recurrent, I think on the right side, I probably have at least 5 or 6 silvers that are recurrent. And on the left side, kind of around the same. So that way I'm never going to fall off of being manager, because you only need 2 and 2. Well, really, and then to be director, you need 3 and 3. So ideally, you want to get to at least 3 and 3, because then after manager, you want director. But ideally, get to manager and let's start working on creating managers, because that's how you get to director. Okay. All right. So I want to share the screen to go through something really quick about the new kits. Okay. Now I stole these from the presentation from the training on Saturday that I know many of you guys saw, and if you didn't, you should. It is very long. Yes, it's a little bit over an hour, but and the people are extremely hyper and excited, but I really do think there's a lot of goodness that you know, things that you can take from it. But I'll go through this really quick. Essentially, the enrollment packs are changing as of October 1st. Why are they changing? It says right here. Really, most of the reason is to address regulatory concerns. There is I think it's called the FCC, or I don't remember what it's called. The gods of direct sales have rules, and we need to make sure that we're following the rules. And they hire this lady who is like the vice president now of, I forgot what her name is. I think it's Margaret something. I don't know. They said it in that training. And she is all about sticking to the rules and making sure that we're going to follow all the rules. So rank titles need to be decoupled from enrollment parts. So you can't have the same names per se. Sponsor bonuses need to be paid out only to the personal sponsor. So as it is right now, when people get the diamond, if you don't have the diamond, then some of that bonus kind of goes out to someone different. That apparently is not 100% legal. Like, you are only allowed to get a bonus if you actually bringing that person. So I should not be making money off of Kathy's diamonds, because I think that's how people get in trouble, thinking of it being a scam or a pyramid if I'm not really working and I'm just getting money from randomly. Reduce the personal income bonus amount because it reduces the motivation to purely recruitment when it's just recruiting and making money only on recruiting. But obviously we want to onboard and to get retention and get people to do the business as well. They also changed it to now 3 kits. Everything's easier. It's just 3 options versus 5 options. It's easier to present, and it's easier for people to kind of see it in their, it's like the good, better, best option type of thing. And that's how it is. So they decided to use the most popular packs, and that's what they're going to do. So what are the packs? They're still going to have the starter pack. That is by law. You always have to have a pack that includes 0 product, because essentially the gods of direct sales say you can't force someone to buy a product. Now, I think it's pretty stupid to pay $25, honestly, and get nothing out of it. And if you're really going to do this business or not, you need to try it yourself. I can't talk to anyone about it unless I know how I feel. That's how I am. But anyway, by law, they have to have a starter pack. Then there's a core pack, advanced pack, and premium pack. So they changed the names instead of silver, gold, and diamond. Okay. They discontinued the bronze, which I thought was pretty silly because it's like $150. It ends up being for only like one sleeve. And they discontinued the platinum because that's kind of in between and not very many people would get it. So the starter pack, like I said, is at $25. You get 0 sleeves, you get no volume, and you get nothing bonus. You just give the company $25 and they give you a website, essentially.
Catherine, what does BV stand for?
That is, I believe it's base volume. It's like the volume that they give you for everything that you sell. So the volume that you will get.
It's like our SB was.
Yeah,
with the-
it's yeah, it's our, no. It's like our yeah, SV, yes. Sales
Mhm.
volume. Yeah. So it's not your personal volume, but it's the volume that you get. Yeah, it's like the SV. And then PIB is personal incentive or product incentive bonus. Okay. So then the first pack, which is like the good pack, is the silver pack. I think that most people that are first going to try it, especially if it's just one person trying it, this is the best way to go. Currently, it's $299.95. You get 3 X39s or 6 of the other sleeves. What I recommend to everyone, as you guys know, is 2 X39s and 2 Eons. The volume that you get is 165 and you get $50 bonus for every silver pack you sell. The new way, it's going to be $295, so it's a little bit cheaper. You still get 3 sleeves. They give you more volume, so it's not going to be 180 volume, but they are decreasing the bonus that they give you. And this is, again, just to stay, well, one of the reasons, I'm sure one of the reasons is because this is growing like, I mean, I'm someone that's very transparent. This is growing like crazy and they're paying out so many bonuses. They need to like slow down and make sure they're good. But the other reason too is because whenever they just give bonus to people to recruit, then yes, it turns out into be just recruiting, and no one really kind of doing the business. So a better way to really do the business is they're giving you more volume. So then you create your volume for that residual income, which is what we want eventually. And yes, we'll give you a bonus, but you are getting more volume for what you're selling. That essentially you're going to get paid off on the recruiting.
Mhm.
The next one is the advanced pack, which is the better pack. So, you know, good, better. Right now it's $495. It's actually going up to $535. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but they added 1 sleeve. So you used to get 5 sleeves of X39 and 1 Eon or 1 extra they would give you. So I used to tell people they would get that for free. Now it's going to be $535, but you get 6 sleeves. So if you do the math, you know, it's actually, you know, a better deal. 535 divided by 6, you're getting them for $89 instead of $99. Okay, so this actually is a better deal. Anybody that is sharing with a spouse or a mom or anything like that, I recommend this pack, okay? Even if they're not doing the business, because you get a better deal and you will have at least 2 months or whatever for each person to try it. Because they do recommend ideally for people to try it for at least 3 months. And the way that I explain it is, hey, every time that you go to the doctor and you get a new medication, blood pressure, cholesterol, whatever, 9 times out of 10, the doctor's going to say, take it for 3 months and then I'll see you again. Like 3 months is like the magic number that people usually always kind of say. So with the gold or the advanced pack is what it's called now. If you have several people in the family that want to try it, this is the way to go. Now, remember that people can always start with the core pack or silver pack and upgrade to gold. So if you have a friend, even if they're not doing the business, and then they're like, I ran out of patches, I'm ready to buy some more, it will be cheaper for them to upgrade to gold than to buy patches on their own. Okay. And at the end, it would be better for you because you will get the bonus for gold as well, et cetera, et cetera. Again, the points used to be 275. Now it's going to be 300. And we used to get $100. Now we're going to get $75 bonus, but we are getting more points. And then the best is the diamond. It used to be, or it still is, September, $15.99, has 19 sleeves. Now it's going to be $17.50, but it's going to have 20 sleeves. So if you do the math, divided by 20, you're getting them for $87. Okay, so we're about the same. You get 745 points versus 610. And this is what's great. As a diamond, so if you sign up today, if you do an upgrade as a diamond, one of the things that was kind of like a plus is that you would get, for everybody that you would sign up as a diamond after you're a diamond for the first 14 weeks, they would pay you a $500 bonus. Okay, after those 14 weeks, if you have not gotten to senior director, because that only the senior directors are the ones that get paid $500. If you haven't gotten to senior director, then that would go down to $300. And that's where this thing comes into, let's say Kathy, Kathy is a diamond, but let's say Kathy was not a diamond and she came as a gold and she signed Marsha as a diamond, then Kathy would get 300 and I would get the other 200 because the company would always pay out 500. But if you're not a diamond, you would not get paid out those $500 after those 14 weeks. With the new plan, because they decided that is not 100% compliant, you will get more points, 745. You're getting 405 instead of 500, but you're getting 405 forever, from day one till forever. It doesn't end at 14 weeks. You will always get $405.
So is that bonus paid monthly?
No. That's a one time. That's only when you sign up a person with a diamond.
Okay, so why are you saying forever?
Because originally it was only getting paid your first 14 weeks.
Oh,
So you had 14 weeks, your first 14 weeks of the business, or the first 14 weeks since you signed up as a diamond. Anyone that you would sign up as a diamond, you would get $500. After the
Okay.
14 weeks ended, then you would go to making 300 instead of 500.
I see.
Now you will always make 400, no matter how many weeks you've been in the business and no matter what level you are. If you are a premium pack and you sign up someone else as a premium pack, you will get a bonus of $405. Okay, doesn't matter how long you've been in the business, doesn't matter what level you are, you will always get paid out that. With that said, if some of you guys are not diamond, and if you find the possibility of doing it and you're serious about, so this is the pack for people that are serious about doing the business. Why? Because you get a better bang for your buck. You have patches to share with people if you want to, and you get essentially 3 months of your being active. So when you're doing the business, you need to be active. What does being active mean? That you have at least 110 points of personal volume. So 110 points that you are buying, which means one X39 and one Eon, or one X39 and one of the other ones. It can be two X39s, but it doesn't even have to be that. It can be one of the expensive ones and one of the cheaper ones. As long as you have that in your recurrent order, you will always be active, and being active just means that you can collect the full amount of commission. So when you buy a diamond pack or a premium pack, they get, because they know that you're buying so much product, you're not going to buy product next month and probably not the month after that. Then they give you free active for 3 months. The month you buy it plus 2 more months. Then you don't have to buy anything and you're still considered active.
What about, tell me, I
Go
want
ahead.
to ask a question, but so if you buy lower gold, which is what I did, so you're saying that I don't have to order until I'm ready, right? And then I have to order every month after that. Like I want to use up the, whatever it was, 4 X39s.
Yeah. Yes and no. And the reason is because if you tomorrow sign, if you become manager tomorrow and you sign 4 of your friends, for this month, you're active because you just bought some. So for a whole month, it's going to have a check mark. When you sign up to your back office, it's going to say you're active. The cool thing about this is the back office will tell you, and it has a little yellow triangle that says you're active this week. Remember, everything is weekly. If you don't buy something by next week, and it'll tell you the date, like mine right now says, if you don't buy something by September 2nd, you will become inactive. Now, if you're not a manager and you don't have, you know, people underneath you, it really does not matter one bit, okay? Because it really has to do with the binary payment, meaning the recurrent payment that you're making off of people kind of underneath you. And once you become a manager, you absolutely, well, you have to be active, I believe, to become a manager. And so if you right now are just using it and you might sell it to one of your friends, but you don't have 4 yet, it doesn't matter. But once you have 4, you better have that on. Okay? So what I was going to say is if any of you guys want to, it's going to be a lot cheaper to upgrade to Diamond now than it is going to be October 1st. And so it is definitely worth it because it is going up in price. And so when I did the math, it's definitely worth it. You can collect $500 if you sign up anybody as a Diamond in September. And then starting in October 1st, they're just going to pool all the diamonds to premium packs. So anybody that was a Diamond, it's going to become a premium and you're going to make, you know, $405. And something that I just noticed was I'm not a senior director yet. I'm just a director. And so I essentially am past my 14 days. And so I thought I just signed up a Diamond yesterday and I thought I was going to get paid $300 on that one. And I got paid $500. And so I think that this started in September, meaning they're using the $500 for everybody. And then starting in October, it'll be $405. Okay. So those are the 3, you know, those are the new packs. Again, I really like the new look, you know, it seems very chic and very kind of me. I'm just very kind of minimalistic. But core, advanced, premium, good, better, best, you know, 3 choices and that's it. And then obviously the preferred customer route as well. So you can explain what are the 3 ways, right? As a core, you get 3 sleeves of X39. As an advanced, you get 6. As premium, you get 20. Okay, remember that all the other sleeves of Eon count. So 2 Eons count for 1 X39 because X39 is the more expensive one. So that is all that I wanted to share with that. Okay, any questions on the packs or anything like that real quick? All right. So the last thing I wanted to share before we say goodnight, and obviously any questions you guys might have we can talk about, is there is an app called Boards. I know Jessica has it. Anybody else have that app? No, you do. Dana has it too. Okay. So I love it. So I found out about it when we were doing Redan Fields because someone randomly sent me one. It is sort of a way to keep everything all in one place because I would start trying to organize my phone and I had notes and then I had like, you know, different albums with pictures. And so if I'm going to send someone something, I would try to find the link and it's just harder. So I think last time we were on, Jessica said that she had found a Boards in English. And I mean, well, I say English because I now translated one in Spanish, but it was very overwhelming. There was just too many things on it. And I said, you know what? I want to create one for our team that we can share that's going to be very simple and just the most basic things are going to be there. So I want to show it to you guys because you can open it up on the computer. And I'm going to send the link for you guys to, oh, I thought I had it up. For you guys to, not get started, log in. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is my boards. I have LiveWeb in Spanish, LiveWeb in English. So this is what you guys are going to see. I'm going to send you guys the link that you're going to click on it. If you only have 1 boards, it's free. It should not ask you to pay for anything. If you want to make your own board or if you want to have more than 1, then usually it does make you pay. So I have the paid version because I decided to make one in Spanish, one in English. And so this is what it's like. You have this here, all, you know, at the palm of your hands, but most importantly, at the palm of your phone. Do all of you guys that are on right now have iPhones or do any of y'all have Android? No Androids? No? Okay, then it makes it much easier. So on your phone, okay, you will download this, right? And then, and I'm gonna send you guys a little video that says how to do it, but you can actually create a keyboard, okay? And I'm gonna show you on my phone how I do it. So here I am, I'm sending a text to a friend, okay? I'm gonna send a text. I hit this little world, this little round thing that's kind of like a world. And when I hit it, the boards is gonna come up on my keyboard. And so what happens is if I want to send, let's say, I'm going to open up the English one real quick. Right here, the first one says reach out, and I'm going to show it to you guys on the computer, but just on the phone, I click on reach out, and it's going to give me a lot of examples that you can copy and paste or whatever. If I want to send that to someone, I literally click on it, and it goes straight onto my text message. And then you can hit send if you want to, or you can change it up a bit or whatever you want to do. This
So-
works on text message, it works on Messenger, it works on WhatsApp, it works on Instagram. It's just all of this that you're seeing on the computer, you will see it kind of on your keyboard, and you literally just click on it and then it sends it to the person. So it's so fast and everything is right there. What question did you have, Kathy?
When you send the link to us, will everything that you've created come
all there.
over?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the link that I'm gonna send will show you this. So it has all these different folders. Now, if there's something that you guys run into that you're like, it's super cool, let me know and I'll add it. This is a
Okay.
growing document, right? So if you find a really cool video or a really cool whatever that you feel like we should put on here. Now, I don't want to overwhelm this. I want to keep this as simple as possible, like just the needed things, because this is just like you're a manager and you make managers, right? We need to find a system for this to duplicate easy. I don't have time to talk to a million people every day. I will answer your questions all day long. And you guys know that. The more that you text me, the more that I do. But eventually, we need a system. And so you need a system to plug people into. And so the
Right.
system is you will share this with everybody and tell them, hey, everything that you need is on here. And then I'll show you what other websites you're going to share. So
Right.
on Reach Out, there's like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sort of things. This one is says, hey, I don't know if you saw, but I recently just started my own business with a company called LifeWave. It says, insert something you love about the company. I just started using X39 and I've really noticed that it gave me more energy. I can sleep better. I think you would really love it too. If you're open to it, I'd love to share it with you. So that's an example, okay? That maybe, because we're trying to, especially people that have never done something like this before, they're like, I have no idea what to say. What do I share? What do I do? So this is like just examples. I put this in here, the one that says Eric Bell. It's like a script. I am not fond of scripts, but there's a training that I got that I loved, and it was talking about this script. And it's pretty much saying you don't have to say a lot. You know, step one, they literally just ask your friend, probably on the phone, what have you heard about stem cells? And then you just shut up and don't say anything else and see what they say and listen. And then you say, you know what? I finally found something life-changing. Can I share it with you? And you tell them to go to the website, Start X39 Now, which is one of the websites that I think you guys should share with anybody that wants information. This person actually, if they have someone on the phone, they say, okay, go to the website and then tell them, scroll down until you see the before and after pictures. Did you see it? Great. Then step 2 says, now watch the first video. Like this guy actually says, he stays on the phone and tells people what to look for on the website. Watch the first video, which is 3 minutes. Okay. And then while they're watching the video, you send them the link to one of the testimony podcasts, which can be a Zoom link or it can be any of our testimonies. So they would see it, right? And then after they watch the video, you stay silent until they ask a question, because they're going to ask a question. And then you say, that's a great question. You know, grab a notepad, because you're going to have even more questions, like just when the video you watched. I will explain further and we will answer all your questions. When do you want to, talk more, tonight or tomorrow after you look at the video? And always have a follow-up call. So anyway, look at these. This might work for you. This might not work for you. Okay. This is just an example, but I just wanted to put stuff out there so you guys have ideas and then you can figure out what works for your people. So that's reach outs.
If we edit that reach out for our boards, it doesn't change this board that's for everybody, correct? Like, you know, where you put in that reach out and it says like insert whatever
don't-
here.
I don't know because this is
Okay.
my board that I'm sharing with you. And so it could be that you need to make your own board. You can just copy paste into a new board. I don't know if you're allowed to edit, to be honest with
Okay.
you, this board. I don't know. Yeah,
So we
sorry.
would just copy and paste that to the text and then just edit those portions of
Yeah.
it when we're sending the
Yeah,
message.
essentially,
Okay.
if you're sending that specifically.
Okay.
Then there's a few ideas. Oh, Kathy, yeah, what's up?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, so I forwarded a YouTube or something like that to Marcia that was sent through you, I believe,
Mhm.
or because I can't imagine how else I would have gotten it.
Okay.
And it had some information about acupuncture. I think it was the doctor that
Mhm.
you forwarded, and at the bottom of the page, it had some acupressure sites. And I hadn't gone all the way through to that part of it. And I don't think she touched on it in her video, but it was on her page. And so Marcia was like, why is acupuncture on this video? So is there a way on any of the documents that you have that signify whether they're corporate
Yes.
produced,
You'll
or
see. I have videos on there that are corporate produced, and then most of the YouTube are not. They're just people talking. So like Dr. Jen's video that I shared a couple of days ago, I think it was wonderful, and it's her talking. It's like me
right. No, it was good. Yeah. I
And so-
just want to be careful.
Well, then we should all, first of all, I recommend, when she asked that, I mean, all you can say, and the reason why it probably has acupressure and acupuncture points, because this is how it was tested. This is all the clinical trials were done in acupressure points. Because
Oh,
the
okay.
whole idea is it's on our energy and how
Mhm.
our energy flows in our body. And so
Right.
that is the reason why they recommend X39 behind your neck or
Yep.
under your belly button. Because those
Okay.
are two acupressure points.
Right.
So those were all the clinical trials were done that way. Now, anecdotally, because we don't have any trials on it, they have noticed that if you have pain on your knee and you put it on your knee instead of on your neck, a lot of times it gets better faster. It like
Right.
kind of penetrates there first or whatever, because
Mhm.
essentially it's systemic, right? You're creating this
Mhm.
peptide all over your body, but it might
Right.
work faster if you put it where it hurts.
Yeah.
And so that's
Mhm.
probably why you saw the acupressure stuff, but I'll show you the videos on here. You'll see the videos I have here.
Okay. And
So
then on the making it duplicatable and where it's something simple, when you bring someone on, do you recommend that they start on their website and look at everything under resources? Is there any, do
No,
you
that
have?
website is not great. I
It's not.
recommend, and I'll tell you, to go to divisitteam.com, it's a little bit better. And then to join these calls as well. So I'll tell you
Okay.
guys what I recommend on there. So this
Okay.
is some follow-up language, okay? Then I do have the customer support number on there, okay? Then I have social media images. So if somebody wants to put on social media, or if you just want to send an image to someone, you know, look at all these and see which ones you like. But there's a lot of images here that I found. You can, you know, text it to someone, that whatever, or you can just, you know, put this on Instagram or things like that. So these are a lot of images that I took from the other one and kind of put them on here. Then compensation plan, there's a video, Mike's video, which I think it's decent. It's 15 minutes long only. So it really will explain kind of and walk you through it. And then all of these I took from the website that are actually just like paper. So you go to retail compensation and it sort of tells you, I mean, not a lot of people want to read all that jumble, but it does tell you, you know, the points and how much you would get paid if somebody buys it retail. And then it goes through, same thing, the bonuses, the preferred customer plus, and all that stuff on there. Then testimonies is where I need y'all's help. So right now I have 4, right? So I have this one right here that's, that was neuropathy and acid reflux. I have my patient over here, and this is Monica's dad that she, he made 2 of us. So ask for, I would love to hear your own testimony. If you don't want to do a video, you can just send me a voice recording, from through WhatsApp or whatever, and we can put it in this format. So then when you log into your phone, you literally, and really have noticed in this business, testimonies is what sells. You need to tell people how you feel and how others feel. And I'm posting this on social media. Like I posted that hip pain the other day. Like I just pick a random one. And then I had an ex-patient of mine that I moved to Austin immediately text me and said, oh my God, my dad has horrible hip pain. Do you think that could help him? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And so they relate or think of someone else that's going through that as well.
Right.
So these are really easy to copy and paste and post and all that stuff off of boards. So I need more English ones because I have like 20 Spanish ones. Yeah.
Is the Start X39 now, is that a corporate?
No,
Okay.
no.
Is there a way to tell which ones are and aren't? Because
There is not
it's
one
very
that's
it's
corporate.
very set up with all the
No,
you know,
it is
all the-
perfect. I think that is the perfect site to share.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
there's 2. There's thisisit.info.com and then there's startx39.com. This Is It Info also has all this stuff, but to be
Start
honest with you,
X39 now, because
now,
there's 2 of
you're
them.
right,
Mhm.
X39,
Yeah,
and
make
I
sure you
have them
put
on here.
now.
The links are on here too. Let me just get to them. I know we're getting ahead. So social media images, compensation plan, then what if someone says that it's not working? It gives you like 3 different things to kind of say. Either you need more time. Sometimes people think that in 2 days it's going to work. Are you drinking enough water? Or, slow results, but not working. This is really long, but you can take things here and there. Some of you have been using X39 for over 6 months. It might take a month per decade. That's what they always say, to really start seeing major effects. Okay. This means that if you're 60, you'll need to give it at least 7 full months. If you're 50, at least, 6 full months. Your body uses, there's just ideas of drinking this. I just was reading this. So you guys can have ideas of maybe kind of what to say to people. You don't have to necessarily copy and paste this whole long thing, but I wanted to put in this so you got ideas if someone says it's not working. Then we went to testimony. Now these are the videos to share. So this is a video that I made. It's a 1-minute video. Literally, it was super spontaneous. Like this was about 5 months ago. I had someone that called me and said, hey, I just really need something that's like one video, really easy, simple to explain. And I literally sat there and recorded it and sent it to her. And so I have posted this. I have used this to invite people to Zooms. Like last week in the Spanish Zoom, I sent people, hey, Kathy, how are you? I don't know if you've seen, I have been using this great new technology and we're talking about it tonight at 7. Let me know if you're interested. And I sent you the link. And then I sent her that video. And the video only talks about the technology. It talks about what phototherapy is and how it's been around for ages. And now we have this great patch. And so, it really piqued the interest of some people and said, absolutely send me the link. And so then I send it to them. Now, these are corporate. What is phototherapy? The history of LifeWave, David Smith explanation. These are like more, a little bit, more corporate. This one is not. This is just Dr. Leland, which is the doctor talking, and it's about 20 minutes long, but it's great, talking about how he uses it in his practice and what's happened. This is an X39 presentation that I did, a Zoom that I did like months ago. But if you're going to send someone, it's about 18 minutes long and it just talks about what the patch is and what it is. This one is corporate. It talks about professional athletes. This is the doctor one that I think you probably sent her, the doctors and health professionals. It's like a chiropractor and a doctor, 3 people talking. Again, it's just a Zoom that they did. And this is the one with Dr. Jen that I posted yesterday. That also, it's about 20 minutes long. This one is a really good business presentation, which is Mike, who is super hyper, but he is business, 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 business. So if I have someone that wants the money, show me the money, show me how I can make money with this. This is amazing because they can relate to this guy. If you have someone who wants to try this and be like, maybe, do not send him this because they're going to be like, oh my God, that guy is so pushy. He's crazy. That's how I felt. But I now understand why he's like that. His mindset is on making money. And he's like, I'm not looking for limping people. I'm looking for people that want to work. And that's fine. I respect that. I'm not there necessarily yet. That's not my mindset. Yes, I want this to work. Yes, obviously I want this to be part of my retirement, but I am looking for limping people that I can help too. I'm not just looking for, that, but watch these videos. Please don't send any video without you guys watching it because then you
Right.
don't really know kind of what you're sending. So just make sure that pick one and watch one a day or whatever and watch them. Websites to share. Here we go. So training page for distributors. Anybody that's new, you immediately send them thisisitteam.com. Okay. Thisisitteam.com has a lot of information and let me click on it so you guys actually can see it if you haven't been on it. They go to the part that says onboarding. And when you click on onboarding, these are all little videos that talk about setting up an enroll in your brain partner. How do you do it? How do you upgrade kits? How do you sign up to the e-wallet? I mean, this is all the stuff specifically that people kind of want to know about just how to run the business. Then the 10-step system that they have. Number one, they talk about determining your why. I mean, you guys haven't done this, like, why are you doing this? Set your goals, make a list, make your commitment, contact and invite, and it gives you ideas of how to invite people, how to revisit and follow up, get started. So it really does give you kind of, especially someone that's never done something like this before. I sat down and literally watched almost all of these videos, like if it was a Netflix thing. I was here, a weekend when I signed up and I literally watched one after another after another. I mean, it took me all day long. People don't have all day long to do this, but you can tell them just watch one video a day or so. And, essentially you will get this. The part that says Go Manager, it pretty much explains how do you get to manager and how do you create managers. And there's 4 different videos that pretty much say the exact same thing. It's just different people explaining it. So that way, you might relate to one person versus the other. Then there's the Zoom events that they have. Like I said, they have a Zoom event every single night that you can plug people into. Now, these Zoom events are all about an hour long, just like the one last night. But they're not bad. A lot of times I tend to share, I don't join them every single day. When I first started, I did for about a couple of weeks because I wanted to know who was who and who was good and maybe who was crazy pushy. And I just also wanted to learn from listening to other people. How do they explain it? How do they say it? And you just pick up things from listening to others. So you don't have to join every day, but I do recommend maybe pick one a week and just put it there while you're cooking, while you're whatever, you don't have to sit there for an hour and stare at it, but just kind of listen to it. Or if you go to the YouTube link, okay, the This Is It Team YouTube, and everybody should go to that link and subscribe to it. So this is it team. If you click on videos, every single video that they have ever done, so every single Zoom, it's on here. So all the replays are on here. There is a million videos, way more than you can ever look at. Okay. So if you ever miss one and you want to, so the one from last night should be on here. It gets on here eventually. And if it's not, then you click on live, but these are all upcoming. Here we go. This is the replay from last night. So all the ones that are live are under live. So this is the one that I listened to last night. And this is one before, and all those are on there. Okay. And then when you click on videos, these are just other videos kind of that they have on there too. So I subscribe to this. So it kind of, well, here it is. You can see which ones I subscribe to. Dr. Stacy, the This Is It team. There's another one that's called Patch Education. That's Dr. Jen Sullivan. And then there's a Spanish one called Prime Global Team, and that's all in Spanish. So that way it's really easy for me to find these. If I open my YouTube, I just put on subscriptions and I can click on This Is It Team, and then I go to whatever video I want to watch or I want to send. Okay, so that's on there, so people can just already do it. There's also a Facebook page that I recommend you join, because there's always people asking I mean, you can just kind of go through here and it tells you, you know, in your Facebook, there's a new post or whatever. But you learn a lot if you read from other people's questions. And if you ever have a question, you can put it on here and people will answer. I mean, it's very active. So this group is actually,
What's the name of that? What's the name of it?
This Is It Team.
Oh,
Yeah, This Is
oh,
It
okay,
Team.
yeah. I think I'm on that.
Yeah. Okay. And then if you go to this right here, 2020 Vision, it's their deal. They claim, and I think I believe them because they're all freaking millionaires now, is that the way to go is try to get to 20 people on the right, 20 people on the left. And everything will fall from that when you start having 20 and 20. You'll start seeing so much growth. So it sort of gives you a little video to talk to you about that. And then the events gives you the events again. They always have a book of the month. They always recommend a book that has to do with just personal development and things like that. So the book of September is this one. So if you're looking for a book to read, you know, you can go through here. And these are the ones that they've done before. So The Magic of Believing was in August. Believe That You Can was in July. The Mountain Is You was in June. So there's a lot of really cool books here that I think, you know, you might like if you want to, you know, go through here. And then Shop has different, I've never really bought anything, although I do want to buy a banner for events. And you can kind of buy them on here. Well, it makes me log in. I don't know, but you can buy it in there. And then downloads, you will have a lot of just things that you can download if you want to print things. Or the slides, for example, opportunity slides. So to do presentations, if you guys are ever going to do your own presentations, they should all be on here. X39 presentation. If you click on it, you should be able to see all the slides of the presentations that they do. So you can download them and you have all the slides right there. So those are the slides that I'm going to use tomorrow on the presentation tomorrow. They're all, and I'm just getting them from here. Again, everything is there. We don't have to create anything. We don't have to create a slide, a presentation. If you can read, you can have an event and make your own presentation literally just by reading the slides. Okay, so that's what's kind of cool about this. So going back to boards, that is the This Is It Team. And then the information site is startx39now.com. That is not corporate. It's every team created sort of their own site. And honestly, this is the best one I feel out there. To the eye, it's just prettier to the eye. All the information is there. The technology of how it works. Then another little video 2. Then it talks about who David Smith is. It talks about the patent. If you want to see and read the full patent, you click on here and it shows up. What is copper peptide? If you want to learn more about it, you click on it and a whole bunch of studies show up. These are the before and afters that he was talking about when you're like telling people about it. Again, how it works is David Smith talking about it. And if you want more science, you can actually click on these. And these are all scientific studies that will take you to like the actual studies that you do. Tells you how to wear it. Again, there's way more information in here that a lot of people will do, but it's great because everything is on here. The other cool thing is that if you click on here, choose your language, is in all of these languages. And not only is it that, like say in Spanish, for example, This Is It info translates the words in Spanish, but all the videos are still in English. For this one, all the videos are in whatever language you want. I mean, I clicked on, you know, Vietnamese, and then you click on the video and it will be in Vietnamese. Look, if you can.
Ánh sáng, một hình thức năng lượng cổ xưa có từ thuở sơ khai của thời gian.
So I think it's brilliant because if you have anybody in those countries or whatever, you can send that to them. I don't know what Google Translate is. I haven't tried it. Oh, I guess it just goes to Google Translate if you want to translate something specific. But anyway, so those are the two websites pretty much. If you have a new team member, you send them this. If you have someone that wants more information, you send them the information site. Okay. And then let's see, I'm trying to get you guys out of the way because I can't see. Okay. X39 information is just wording. Benefits of X39, if you want it just in words, what X39, what does it do? A description of what it is. It's just sort of wording that you might want to share. Info need to take orders. I literally used this already twice today. I said, hey, I can get your order right now. I just need this. Name, birthday, email, shipping address, credit card plus billing information. And actually I need to add this. I'm going to put credit card. Let me edit it right now. Billing information, expiration date, and security code, because I didn't have that and so on. And I put, you can give me a call for this if you don't want to text it. So there it is. So you literally can just copy this and it'll went straight to them. So you know exactly what you need if you're taking someone's order. And then the last thing that I put here is it says answering business objections. If people say, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I'm not a salesperson, this gives you an idea to sort of what to say. I totally know how you feel. I actually felt the same way. What I found is I actually jumped to this, not being a salesperson is actually preferred, and it's true because you'll be genuine. You're just gonna share your story and go from there. So again, just gives you ideas. If you're like, ooh, I don't know what to say, you can, use these scripts too. Okay. So I know that I've gone crazy over because I wanted to share both of these things with you. Ooh, I wanted to hear stop share so we can go back. So I can go back to seeing you guys. But I'm going to post that link so you guys can download the app. Any questions, please let me know. Yes, Jennifer.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
What's up? Hello? Who was talking?
Okay, it was me.
Oh,
It was
sorry.
Dana.
Yes.
Okay, so I did have a question. Is there a place where I can go and see all the auto ship dates for my customers and not have to go to like each of their individual accounts?
Let me see. If
If you need to think about it and let me know, you can. I just know like with the prior company, there was a place
right,
that
it's not
had-
as easy. It's not as easy as looking as preferred customers, but I do
Okay.
know. I'm trying to find here. Hold on. How do I share screen again? Why can't I find? Here we go. Share screen.
And I know how to do it if I go to each individual person,
Right,
but
right,
I
right.
didn't know if there was like a list that,
I think.
and it may even be because I'm on my phone, it may not scroll that far or something.
Right. On the phone, it's a little bit different and tricky.
Yeah.
Going in here. So
Mhm.
if you go to organization
Mhm.
and you go to personally enrolled team to see,
Okay.
it does tell you auto order, and yeah, you scroll and it does say next
Okay.
auto date. You can also click on these, and I didn't know that. So how I know who's on my right side and the left side real quick, if you click on binary side, then it puts it in order. So it puts all the left people first and all the right people after. So I usually put 50 over here, so then I can see all the left. And then NA means they're preferred customers. They're not really, and then it goes through all the rights. So when you click on
Okay.
if you click on first name, it puts it in alphabetical order. If you click on last name, it puts in alphabetical order. So I'm sure if you click on next auto date, see it
There it
sets up
goes.
as the first people. And
Okay.
so,
I looked everywhere but that particular place, of course.
yeah.
Perfect. Thank
So
you.
this is my favorite place to look at anything regarding your organization. You go to
Mhm.
organization and you go to personal enrolled teams. I've also found, upcoming rank promotions, which tells you, who, these are the next paid. And what's really cool, I mean, after you start playing with this, like for example, Jessica, it's 88%, almost there to director. When I click on that, it actually tells me what Jessica needs. It says Jessica was a brand partner. Her account is in good standing. That means she's active. She purchased a gold pack. She has a 110. She has 3 on the right. She has 3 on the left. She has 1 manager on the left. She needs 1 manager on the right. So that way I know and she knows. Jessica can click on that and you can look at your people and know exactly what they need to see maybe kind of how you can help them. You can also see everything else about Jessica, like her orders or activity, and you can see all your people that are in there. So these are all, and it tells me how far along are there until their next rank per se. Okay, so it actually does have a lot of information. It's just a little tricky, but my favorite ever is just personally enrolled team. Tells you pretty much everything about everyone. And if you want to know specifics, let's click on Rosa, for example. It gives me her email, her login name, you know, when she ended, her address, you know, then her activity, her next rank. Again, it says she's 67% to manager, you know, she needs 2 personally on the right, 2 personally on the left. Okay, so everything is on there if you want to start looking eventually to kind of know if someone asks you what I need. Okay. All right, so that was tons of information today. Again, I wanted to share mostly is keep it simple, talk about X39, send people the boards so they have stuff there, explain to them how boards work, and I will send the little video that tells you guys how to download the keyboard. And then this is at team.com. Start watching videos. It really tells you everything because everyone's going to have the same questions. How do I sign someone up? How do I do this? The videos are there. So you shouldn't have to answer the very basic questions, but anything below that, of course, I'm here, right? Like help me. I'm here actually. I feel like I'm here more to like, let me help you get your first customers. I rather spend time on the phone with your people to try to get them, and you understand that after your first 5, you're an expert. You don't need me anymore, right? Go ahead.
I know tonight was for your team and it was training. You said you're doing another one tomorrow night. What is the purpose of that?
That is a Zoom presentation for you to invite people. So that is
Okay,
going
so it's
to
an
be,
invitation.
it's an invitation. Absolutely. That's for you to invite. So think about tonight, who you're going to invite. You can send them the invitation that I put on the chat and the link. I usually send the invitation to 1 million people and then ask them, if you're interested, let me know and I'll send you the link. And so that way people have to text me back and be like, yes, I want to watch. And then I send those people the link. And
And
then
is
that way I know-
that one's at 8 as well?
it's at 7. It's earlier. It's at
Mm.
7 Houston time, 8 o'clock. Because it's just too late for people that might be interested for us to do it at 9 o'clock their time. People by 9 o'clock don't really want to get on the phone or a Zoom or whatever. So we are going to do it earlier. So it's at 7 o'clock our time, 8 o'clock that time. That one should only last 30 minutes, no longer than that. Because I know that people usually don't have an hour to give me. All right, so that one's 30 minutes. It's going to be this light. It's going to be like what the company is, you know, who is the inventor of the company, how this came about, what is the patch, how it works, and then a little blurb of, you know what, this can also be a business if you want, but I'm not talking about compensation plan or how to join the business.
Right.
I'm talking just about the product, how it works, and you should try it. I mean,
And
that's,
will it be recorded?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
And
Okay,
it's-
so we're not doing business tomorrow at all.
We are, but it's gonna be, I mean, we're gonna talk about the company and why the company is
Okay.
good. And the company is gonna be a 20-year company, and the company is making this much money, and the company was the #1 growth in multi-level marketing. And so all of those facts will get said. What I'm not gonna do is, and we have a great compensation plan, and you know, it's the binary plan, and you're gonna make $1 million. I mean, I'm not a salesperson that way. That's just, it doesn't come out of me. So Mike Hernandez, that video is amazing. Watch it. He did really good. If people want numbers and if people want all that. I do always say this is an amazing business and this is part of my retirement plan. So if anyone's interested in doing this as a business, absolutely talk to the person, you know, that invited you. And we can explain to you more details of how you can share with people and, you know, how you can get your patches for free and more type of thing. So we'll talk about the company. which involves the business. I just will not talk about, you know, this package, that package, this package, get in here, compensation, you're gonna make this amount of money. I feel like it makes it really long. And a lot of people feel more sales like sold to when you kind of go there the very first time. I'd rather people know what the company is and what the product is. And there's plenty of those yay Zooms every single day. So if you need one of those, and some people do, some people want that, then you can share those other ones.
And
Okay,
you said it would be recorded and it
Yes.
would be found where? Just on
I'll
the
share it with you
YouTube?
guys. I'll share it with you guys. It will be a YouTube link and I'll share you the link. But on boards, there is one already there. One that I did like 3 months ago. It's about 18 minutes long. So there is one there already that you can also share that one whenever. But it's going to be similar to that, except it's going to be me and Monica talking. So it's going to be two of us. Monica is a girl. She's from Bolivia, I believe, but she lives in Virginia. And she has a lot of English speaking stuff too. So she's going to be talking about the company, and then I'm going to be talking about the science part of it. Okay, but yeah, it will be recorded. I will send the link out pretty much right after it's done. I'll put it on my YouTube just like this one. I'm going to put it on my YouTube, personal YouTube, and I'll send you guys the link so you can access it if you want to share it with someone.
Thank you so much, Catherine.
You're welcome. Sorry it went crazy over, but I mean, I'm glad you guys are getting your questions answered. And I'm seriously, the more you text me, the more you call me, the more I know that you're working. And in about a couple months, you will not text me again. You know, because this
That's
this
what
chat works.
you're hoping for.
No, but I will always want you to text me and say hi. And you know, and for those of you that live in Houston, hey, we need to get together. So
Yeah.
for sure. All right,
Okay.
girls, have a good night, especially
Nice
those
to
of you
see
guys
ya.
out there in the, you know, East
Bye.
Coast. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. Bye, you guys.